Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Sorry for the technical difficulties. I typically do the daily financial news from my cell phone. I tried it a couple of times this morning, and Verizon or whatnot. I think I'm on. No, I may be on AT&T. It is not cooperating this morning. So, when in doubt, fired up my computer, and we will do the daily financial news. The good news is I got this little chat box over here, and I can say hi to people. Hey, Nathan, how are you? Good morning. So again, we will do this. Hopefully we will be back to doing it the old way tomorrow, but it is important for me to continue to do these live and daily. We are now 7 or 8 minutes late because of technical difficulties. A couple of things I want to mention real quick. I went ahead and checked out the course, right? How to get started one rental at a time. It's growing exceedingly well. I love the fact that students are doing the work. I looked yesterday and there were 2,037, I think it was. It might have been 2013. Anyways, just over 2,000 lectures completed yesterday. If you know anything about me, that is just fantastic. I have a positive impact score, which I share with you every Sunday. And it really ends with you, the audience, doing deals, right? And in order to start that process, you've got to do the work. You got to do the research. And again, more and more of you are telling me about, oh my God, there's more inventory. It's coming. I'm seeing it. Some of you are seeing price drops already. Again, you got to remember the talking heads on TV are spouting metrics from March. If you're one of my students, you were looking at data from late May. We are in the mix. We are seeing what's happening. Don't let the talking heads on TV confuse you. They are out of touch. When markets turn, they're late. They're always late because they're acting on data that's almost 90 days old. It's crazy to think about. So again, I am so happy that each and every one of you are doing the work. 2,000 lectures completed in a day is amazing. I don't look very often, but that strikes me as just a massive number. So congratulations and thank you for doing the work. Again, just going down my long list of notes for today. I'll start off with Amazon. Amazon has made it official. They are spending $8.45 billion, essentially buying a content engine. Not only a content engine, but one that comes with a library of stuff. So real quick, do you know what the largest acquisition done by Amazon is? Do you remember? There's only been one. There's only been one that was bigger than 8.5 billion. I'll tell you the answer in just a minute. If you want to take a guess, leave a comment here and we'll see how you do. So first off, again, why is Amazon doing this? They are trying to compete with Netflix, right? Amazon is like an octopus. They are trying to compete with everyone. Again, maybe 10 years ago, could you see, or maybe 5 years ago, could you see Amazon competing with Netflix? They're coming though. 8.45 billion. MGM Studios, proven platform to create content, but they have 4,000 films in their library and they have 7,000 TV shows. Damn. Think Amazon could do something with that for their streaming services? Just amazing. And yep, looks like a lot of you said Whole Foods. You nailed it. Whole Foods was a $13.7 billion acquisition. And near as I can tell, Amazon got a deal, right? They buy quality, like buying MGM Studios, and then they integrate it well. So again, I think you could see Amazon really using this expenditure well. On to the earnings front. Again, remember, I think it was Sunday this week, we talked about the look ahead and a lot of kind of retailers, really mall-based retailers. And outside of the first one, they're crushing it. Nordstrom's hit the top line, but missed the bottom line. Again, top line means revenue, bottom line means earnings. And what they saw was actually a 13% drop in sales comparing to 2019. A 2020 comparison is irrelevant, right? Nordstrom's was essentially like all big box retailers. They had half or Most of their stores were shut for half the quarter. So a 2020 compare is just not important, but they're down 13%. It will be interesting to see if consumer behaviors changed or if the return to the office is real, right? There's a battle going on out there right now, and we'll see if Nordstrom's is a beneficiary, meaning, hey, we got to go back to the mall. I can't wear my sweatpants and yoga pants or whatever it is all day. And oh, by the way, nothing fits because I gained 10 pounds in this lockdown. It's a story that I'm hearing a lot. So it will be interesting. Nordstrom's could see an uptick with return to office, or work from home is real and you just don't need it, right? So it will be interesting. Urban Outfitter blew away earnings, top and bottom. And Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods surprised me. But probably shouldn't. But Dick's Sporting Goods last year had a tough compare because everybody was outfitting their home gyms, dumbbells and benches and things of that nature. But looks like Dick's Sporting Goods blew it out again because the return of team sports. Yes, folks, high school football and track and all of those things are coming back, and we're getting our kids outside in group settings. So Dick's Sporting Goods crushed it because team sports were essentially turned off last year, but they are coming back in a big way. And everybody needs new gear, right? You need to look fresh. So again, Dick's Sporting Goods crushed it. So one of the things on the retailers that I'm seeing is the mall is back, right? One of the things I told you about over the weekend I was looking for was, hey, what's going on with the mall, right? Is the mall back? Is the mall dead? Have we got used to buying on Amazon? But it looks like we're returning. We're getting out of our little holes and we're going out. So pretty interesting. Looks like Ford is really adding more focus on EV or electric vehicles. They now have a goal of having 40% of their production be electric by 2030. This is just kind of validation that Tesla kind of brought to market and proved you can do electric vehicles at scale. But it's also showing Tesla that, you are not going to be the only game in town that has size and weight going forward. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there over the next decade. We have good old Tillman Fertitta, whatever his name is. He's the owner of the Houston Rockets, CEO of a hospitality and gambling chain. He is once again being paraded around on TV, and now he is talking about labor shortages. He is talking about the inability to hire. He is talking about the $300 federal bonus, keeping people at home, and things of that nature. On that front, I think we are up to 23 states, all led by Republican governors, who will be shortly canceling the $300 benefit. I think they all cancel in June. So that is right around the corner. One of the things that I will continue to say is the employee, you have more power today than you have had in certainly my adult life, right? If you are in the service sector, if you are working at a restaurant or a hotel or retail establishment, you could right now go across the aisle or the mall or whatever it is and get another job because you have experience, you are willing to work, and you will get paid more. Employee has more power today, which I think is a good thing, right? We have seen the gap between what the employees make and the CEOs make has been too big for too long. Labor is taking it back. That will have inflationary impacts. Don't get me wrong. As the employees' salaries go up, it will be inflationary. And again, I think it is something that Powell and his buddies aren't looking at yet, but it will be coming. But yes, I do think the employee, or AKA labor, is a lot of power today. On the earnings front, kind of looking back over the last 4 or 5 weeks, you clearly have some hot sectors. Cybersecurity is really hot. If you are in that space, Palo Alto Networks and others, you're selling stuff left and right. Mall-based retailers, X, Nordstrom's, right? Even Macy's kind of beat and raised. Mall-based retailers are coming back. Home builders are really managing their portfolios. They are out trying to buy as many lots as they can. They are laying pads and waiting for lumber to come down. They have pricing power. They are raising in prices on consumers. So home builders are doing quite well. What I'm looking for next, probably in the next, 30 to 60 days, is kind of when does that last leg get going? And the last leg for me are concerts and sports. We're starting to see that. If you watch sports on TV, you're starting to see crowds in the audience, and they're getting bigger and bigger. Concerts, I'm starting to see notes about concerts coming. So again, these are things that will be coming. It's amazing to think about how many folks are on the edges that support these big venues. We'll be watching airlines. We saw United again talk about the leisure traveler back and above 2019. But don't be confused. Airlines need business travelers, and that will be what's going on with the office, right? Are people going back to the office? Are they letting external employees come back? It will be interesting. Vendors and things of that nature. What's going to go on with the cruise industry? I think it is being it's being mistreated, misguided by the CDC. If I was one of those cruise owners, I would give the big fat middle finger to the US, specifically the CDC, and I would just start doing cruises in the Caribbean. That's something I would do. You would probably have to do some interesting safeguards for the first couple of cruises, because you would hate to have an outbreak on one of the first or second cruises. But you've got to get these ships going, or they're just going to become reefs. I can't imagine. The water's not good for ships, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on there. And then finally, hotels. Again, when does leisure travel become business travel, conventions, things of that nature? So pretty interesting. Lastly, on mortgage demand, it looks like our weekly mortgage report, we have refi down 7% week on week. Makes sense. Rates have ticked up slightly, but ticked up. And purchase demand is actually up 2% week on week. It'll be interesting. We get to talk to Matt, the mortgage guy, later. Be interesting to see what he is seeing. But again, students, you are doing the work. 2,000 lectures completed yesterday. Just amazing. You're looking at the inventory. You're focused. Daily execution. Congratulations. If you haven't yet bought the course and you've been thinking about it, you got 5 days left to save $100. Links below. Don't worry about it. You can buy it later. It'll just be more $199 today. It'll be $299 next week. Have a wonderful day. And we get to talk with Anna Kelly in about 10 minutes. Take care, everyone. Bye.